When a young boy stood up in court to defend his mother, no one took him seriously. But when he opened his heart instead of law books, something extraordinary happened that changed every life in that room forever. The courtroom was silent, the kind of silence that weighs heavy on the heart. The afternoon sun slipped through tall windows, casting golden lines across wooden benches. Every seat was taken, lawyers in dark suits shuffled papers, a stern judge adjusted his glasses, and in the front row sat a woman in a deep red dress, clutching her trembling hands. Her name was Marissa Carter, a single mother who had worked 2 jobs to keep her small family afloat. Today, she wasn't in court as a spectator, she was the one being judged. Beside her sat her 8-year-old son, Eli Carter, dressed in a blue suit that was a little too big for his small frame. He held a folder with 2 red hearts drawn on the front, one for him and one for his mom. The judge cleared his throat. "Mrs. Carter, I see you're representing yourself today. Is that correct?" Marissa swallowed hard, her voice trembled. "Yes, Your Honor, I couldn't afford an attorney." The opposing lawyer, a tall man in a crisp gray suit, stood confidently, glancing at her with quiet pity. "Your Honor, with all due respect, this case concerns property rights and guardianship. It's complex. Perhaps the court could appoint counsel." Before the judge could reply, a small voice rose from the front bench. "No, sir," Eli said. "She already has one." The room froze. The judge blinked, puzzled. "And who might that be, young man?" Eli stepped forward, clutching his folder. "Me, sir. I'm my mom's lawyer." A murmur rippled through the courtroom. A few people chuckled softly, but Eli didn't waver. His brown eyes held steady, his small shoulders squared like he'd practiced this moment 100 times. It had all begun 2 months earlier. Marissa had been working late nights at a diner when her landlord claimed she'd violated her lease. He wanted her out, and worse, he was trying to claim the small savings she had as back rent. She couldn't afford a lawyer. She couldn't even afford a full night's sleep. Eli had found her crying at the kitchen table, surrounded by papers. He sat down quietly, then wrapped his arms around her waist. "Mom," he whispered, "don't cry. I'll fix it." She smiled weakly. "Oh, baby, you can't fix this. It's something for lawyers." Eli had looked up at her with eyes full of belief. "Then I'll be a lawyer." That night, while other kids watched cartoons, Eli sat beside his mom and listened to her read court letters out loud. He learned what eviction meant, what affidavit meant, and even how to pronounce jurisdiction. He didn't understand every word, but he understood what mattered most. They were fighting to stay together. Now, standing in front of the judge, Eli held up his folder. "These are my notes, sir," he said. "I read all the papers. I know why the man says we should leave, but my mom didn't do anything wrong. She just needs someone to listen." The judge leaned forward, curious now. "And what is your argument, Mr. Carter?" Eli flipped open his folder. Inside were handwritten notes in blue crayon, a few sticky notes, and drawings of their small apartment, the one with the yellow curtains and the cracked window he'd taped himself. "My mom works really hard," Eli began. "She pays rent every month. But when she got sick and missed 1 week of work, she was late once. Just once. Then the man said she broke the rule. That's not fair, right? Everyone gets tired sometimes." The courtroom was silent again. Even the opposing lawyer lowered his pen. Eli took a deep breath. "She taught me to tell the truth. So I'm telling you, she doesn't deserve to lose her home." He paused, glancing at his mom, who had tears in her eyes. "If she loses it, I'll lose my whole world." The judge leaned back, removing his glasses. Something in his expression softened. He looked at the landlord's attorney. "Do you have anything to add after this statement?" The attorney hesitated. "Your Honor, I don't think anything I say will sound better than that." A light laugh rolled through the courtroom, but it wasn't mocking. It was full of warmth. The judge nodded slowly. "Mr. Carter," he said gently, "you remind us what justice is supposed to look like. It's not just rules, it's fairness and compassion." He turned to Marissa. "Mrs. Carter, this court finds insufficient grounds for eviction. Case